On this video we see how to find the points of intersection between two graphs when they're drawn on the TI84 graphing calculator. To do it, we're going to use the example shown here where we have the graph y equal x squared minus 4x plus 1 and the linear graph y equal x minus 2. We're going to find the coordinates of the point A and the point B where these two curves intersect. In order to do that on the calculator asks us these three questions. It wishes to find out which two curves are being intersected and where they're intersecting. The reason for that is there could be many curves on the screen. For example, there could be this third curve on the screen which also has intersections with both graphs, and the calculator wants to know if we're trying to intersect the blue and the green, or if we're intersecting the black and the green, or the blue and the black, and so on. That's why it asks us to identify two curves. And so when we answer the question, we only have two curves on the screen, so we'll just say yes and yes when it lands on the linear and the quadratic. Now it has to ask us for a guess in order to know which of the intersections it needs to find. So when we make our guess of about 0.5, it will find this intersection, and when we make the guess that x is equal to about 4.3, it will of course find the intersection B. Let's go ahead and do that. So on the calculator we need to set up the window for appropriate window for the graph that we're drawing. Again, it's given to us here, so we'll just copy that into the calculator and we'll type in the two equations and draw the graph. So the graphs we're intersecting are the blue graph and the red graph. To find the intersections we use second calc, and here the item is number 5 on this menu. When it asks us for the first curve, we see the cursor is now sitting on the parabola, on the blue curve, so when we press enter we will have selected the parabola. And now it's asking us for the second curve, and we see the flashing cursor is on the red graph, which is the linear graph. So we didn't need to move it, the calculator figured that out by itself. So we'll press enter. Now it asks us for a guess, so we have a choice of moving the cursor with the arrows in this way, or typing in an x value that we think is approximately correct. So I moved the cursor to this location, press enter, and I find that the intersection values are, our coordinates are 0.678698, cancel that, 0.697, correct to 3 significant figures on the x, and negative 1.30 on the y. And for the other coordinates, let's run that through again. Second calc, number 5, first curve. It's now sitting on both curves because it's already on the intersection, so I pressed enter, enter. And my guess for this we said was about 4.3, so I'm going to just go ahead and type that in instead of moving the cursor. Press enter and it will jump to this intersection here, and it's 4.30 exactly. Lovely. 4.30, 2.30. As we've found, both the x and the y coordinates are the points where these two curves intersect.